All right, been waiting all day for somebody to actually go public with their commit, and well, it's kind of late in a lot of places, but we did get the first commit for this weekend. Hopefully, this will be the first of many, with several of them here in the next few days, so that I'll have plenty to talk about uh, without inventing subjects. This is WVU Football Going Deep. I'm Forrest Poston. And it's late, but at least, hey, this came in before I have to feed the cats, and after I finally managed to get my glucose down to a level where I am not losing my temper every time something happens. So the timing works. Now, we have a commitment from Elgin Sessions. He was on an official visit this weekend, committed to the coaches today, this morning, and went public tonight. I like it that, as the song said, I like it like that, yeah. He is from Irmo, South Carolina, does not yet have a rating. That is not a big deal. He will have a rating very soon, like tonight or tomorrow. Usually when that happens, it means that a guy was not really, at his best, hadn't really developed for his junior year. And when people were checking that area, he wasn't that impressive. And then he got better. And schools, like West Virginia, spot those guys, particularly the ones that they think are going to develop, and they watch to see if they do. So they got in on him. He did have other offers. I forgot to check what schools. I think he had 13 or so. Duke was on the list. He projects at cornerback, 6 foot even, currently 180 pounds. That'll change once he spends time with Mike Joseph. Usually does. He could play a little bit of safety if needed. Of course, right now the coaches have been recruiting for players who can play multiple positions, so that's no big surprise. Most of the guys they sign this year, like last year, will be able to play corner or safety if they need to. There will be relatively few who are recruited just for one. Most of them will settle into one spot sooner or later, but they are going to likely learn more than one spot. Now, on Huddle, he claims 4.53 speed in the 40. I'm willing to believe it because he's been to the campus, and the coach liked him well enough to sign him. And speed has been a priority recruiting corners. It's been a priority recruiting everywhere right now. Now, of course, he knows full well he's got a decent chance to play relatively early. Probably not first year, but we got a good class coming in, but we also have multiple transfers we just brought in who only have 1 year left. So the room is still going to be relatively thin for a couple of years. Who's going to get the spots? Don't know, but we're bringing guys in. He also did specify, as so many others have said, he felt at home. He bonded with the players, likes the coaches, and thinks he'll have an early opportunity to play if he earns it. Looking at just a bit of film, the guy's got hands. He probably, he's not one of these guys who plays defense because he can't catch. Made a couple of nice interceptions. He is willing to hit. He'll put his shoulder into a guy and he gets off blocks. Now, of course, don't know who he was up against. This is not necessarily, I mean, I don't know South Carolina football. If he was playing against top players, he probably would have been rated. But he goes for it. That's, and that's, I mean, Coach Brown has talked before about, he wants guys who will make the effort. If you make a mistake through effort, that's one thing. If you're not willing to put in the effort, that's a bad thing. He goes for it. Don't think effort's going to be a problem. I think that is mostly it for this session. I don't think, well, I mean, we could still get another commitment tonight. Hopefully we'll get one or two, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. And there are a lot of other guys out there for the defensive backs. This is going to put pressure on some of them. There's now one less spot for them to claim, and if they want to play at WVU, they may have to stop checking out other schools and make a real commitment. Pretty much everybody who's visited everybody who has visited the last 2 weekends are guys the coaches really want. These are not backup plans. These are preferred players. So we'll see how that goes. If you got this far, I do hope you'll share, subscribe, comment, click the thumbs up, click the subscription button, all that. You can tell it's late at night. Well, I'm on Central Time, so it's not as late, but getting up every 3 hours to check a cat's glucose, so it's pretty much constantly late for me at the moment. Anyway, things are looking good on the recruiting scene. I do think we'll be getting a lot more activity. Hopefully this is the crack in the dam that lets the floodgates, hey, I suppose having the dam break is not that great a thing most of the time, but hey, it's a useful metaphor for us right now. Whenever it happens, I'm going to be on here talking about it, hopefully without stuttering quite so much, and I'll see you then. So long.